Okay. Hey, happy Friday. Sorry for being a little late. I was running around doing some maintenance things.
Replacing the battery. Thank you.
Like the mini engineer of storm tracking.
You are.
That's why things continue to break.
That is correct.
Happy Friday, everybody. Let me know where you're watching from.
Oh, can I put up Michigan Road?
Yes, you may. I cannot move it. The interface, I think, has changed, but Michigan Road camera is working. Let me know where you're watching from here, y'all.
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 All y'all?
Mm-hmm.
That's the plural of y'all. All y'all.
I'll wait around for a little bit. Get everybody.
Oh, you can't see the pyramids.
No, it got moved, so.
Hey, it's working. That's all.
Yeah.
Love it.
God bless you. God bless you.
That's all I got. Too.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. All right. We'll hopefully have some people jumping on board here. Let me know what your weekend plans are. I think we got some pretty good weather coming up here. So we should be in excellent shape. Let's start off with, we'll do some camera views, shall we? This is Michigan. This is on the northwest side, so just off of Michigan, south of 86th Street. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Where to next? Let's go up to Cicero. 61 degrees at almost 9 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty nice. Bedford in excellent shape as well. Sunny. Looks really good. And Carmel, you look excellent. Oh, a lot of people walking out there. I see some moms walking along the path there, enjoying a beautiful morning.
Yes. You know what? Sometimes that may be good.
And downtown, we're in great shape here. 64. I think we bottomed out at around 60 this morning, so that was pretty nice.
Here on the city's north and west side. This is our
The
Michigan
important
Road
number
camera.
here is the mid 50s, the dew point temperature. That is really dry air. So really nice weather, and that's going to be kind of the trend for the rest of the day. So enjoy that. I mean, look at this. Sun has been up now for, quick math here, over almost 2.5 hours now. And there are still some areas up north that have temperatures into the upper 50s. So very crisp. Low 60s around Muncie, Fort Wayne's at 62, Bloomington and Columbus at around 64 degrees. So it's pretty nice. All right. So you got high pressure that's like right overhead into Michigan, and so that's yanking down that cooler and drier air across our area, and that's why we are not only really comfortable, but also clear. We've got mainly clear conditions, so any significant cloud cover is down in southern Indiana and then down toward Kentucky and Tennessee. So it'll stay there. I think we're going to be in for a load of sunshine for the day today. And near normal temperatures. I got us into the low to mid 80s later on this afternoon. So yeah, and again, the humidity is going to be extremely low. So it's going to be extremely comfortable as we go throughout the day today. I think tomorrow is going to be really nice as well. Now, I think it's going to be a little warmer. I think it's going to be a little more humid. But I got the dew point temperatures down there at the bottom into the lower 60s, so it's actually not all that bad as we go throughout the afternoon hours. But 3 or 4 degrees warmer tomorrow afternoon, so you'll notice that. But again, I think it's going to be a nice start to the weekend. I think tomorrow night's going to be pretty comfortable too. So should be in pretty good shape. Weekend is half and half here. All right, so Saturday 86, Sunday we do have some storm chances coming in here, and I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second. But we do have some decent rain chances, but also I think the big story here is going to be the humidity that's going to ramp up starting Sunday, and then much of next week is going to be really, really humid. Let me show you this here real quick, because I mentioned the humidity is not bad for tomorrow. I just skipped over it. Stand by. So check the. So this is the humidity over the next few days, and again, just a reminder. All right, all this is just forecasting the dew point temperature. 60 is your threshold. All right, so you see that 60-degree line, the border between the yellow and the green. The humidity starts to dial up Saturday, which I showed you. It's going to be right around 60, and then by Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it gets super humid. And I mean, and it's not just kind of humid. I mean, we're talking oppressive, dew points in the 70s. That is really thick air. So that's going to be pretty uncomfortable here. And if you want to look at it on the surface perspective, what's going to end up happening, so I got a lot going on here with this, but you have a warm front coming in. You've got these arrows that are showing the warmer air filtering in from the south. So that's Sunday at midnight. We're really going to tap into some Gulf moisture. And then as we go into the afternoon, scattered storms, I would say by mid to late afternoon Sunday, and that could carry over into Sunday night as well. So I don't think it's going to be severe, but Kimberly, hey, good to see you. Braden, sir, how was Red Hot Chili Peppers last night? I had like a ton of friends on my Facebook page that went to that concert, so I'm sure that was probably fun. Weather was awesome. Hey, Jake. Well, no, easy, Jake. Let's slow the winter talk. Let's slow it down. All right. Specifically because fall was my favorite season. It was awesome. Good. Glad to hear it. Okay, so where was I? I talked about the storms on Monday. Or Sunday, rather. Sunday afternoon. I think Monday is going to be another good opportunity for storms with that cold front that's going to be out west. So that's going to kind of swing in here. This is the probability of... Well, that did no good, did it not? I just skipped right through. Let's go back. This is the probability of precipitation on Sunday. All right? So... this would be basically in the afternoon window, so 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. All right, that kind of darker yellow that Indy's on is about 40% chance for rain, meaning 40% coverage in that area. All right, it gets much higher in southwestern Indiana, where it is. In orange, that would be 60%. Red is 70%. So much higher chances down in southern Indiana for it. So it's not a slam dunk everybody's going to get wet Sunday. But I will say this, because the humidity is going to be up so much more, there's so much more moisture in the air, that you're probably going to have some heavy rain chances for Sunday. And to be honest with you, I mean, you'll see the extended precip chances here. Sundays are a good chance. Monday, I think, is a better chance with the cold front. Tuesday is a good chance. Wednesday, not quite as widespread, but there will be some scattered chances there. So there are several opportunities for rain here coming up. Let me show you the hang on. Trying to find it. Here we go. So here's the 7-day rainfall forecast. And the light blue would indicate right around 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. So much of the state, anywhere between 3/4 to an inch of rainfall. Obviously, the higher amounts are going to be down south, Kentucky, Tennessee, Ohio, West Virginia, and that's probably where much of the heavy rain is going to kind of set up. But so yeah, let me go ahead and show you the. We'll do the 8-day here or 7-day forecast. See, I can't even say it right on the.
Well, because you spoke it and you said that you got it all right all week.
Yep, I spoke that into
You
existence.
did. You must have.
And it's just like yeah, can't have. That's why we can't have nice things. Pretty humid next week here, guys. I mean, like, obviously, you see the upper 80s by midweek, but I think probably the thing that often gets overlooked is the overnight lows, where we're going to be like at 70 or warmer than 70 when you wake up in the morning. That's just not fun. It's not fun for you. It's not good for your plants. You compare it to where we were this morning, where we had some 50s on the board, and yeah, so pretty stuffy. I know it's back to school for a lot of kiddos next week. I know their districts are kind of scattered all over the place in terms of how that plays out next week, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty toasty, and there might be some storms at the bus stop. So there you go. All right, so that's kind of the brief look at my forecast. What's on everybody's mind today? Anything? I got some time here. I do have some time to chat. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, complaints. We are streaming on YouTube, my YouTube channel as well. We could, just for fun, get some stuff loaded in here real quick. Anybody heading to Colts camp this weekend? Tropical. Map frames and tropical. Bear with me here real quick, gang. It doesn't seem like we get thunderstorms much anymore. Well, Kimberly, it depends on where you live. I mean, down by me, we ended up getting walloped. What is today? Today's Friday, so it would have been Wednesday night. Wednesday night, I got about a half an inch of rain. And that was right when I was taking my daughter to practice, and it just opened up. So it's kind of how the summer works. It just kind of depends on where you're at, right? There's some areas that'll get real heavy rain. There's some areas that won't get a drop. So it's how the summertime pop-ups kind of work at times, unfortunately. There we go. All right, so let's do this. Since I got some time to just kind of talk about some stuff, I already went through our forecast. Not that we're ever really impacted much by the tropics, but it's been interesting because, there was a lot of talk about how active this hurricane season is going to be. And look, I'm not trying to write it off. We still got a long way to go. Hurricane season goes all the way until November. So we're really only halfway through, and it really can ramp up in the second half of it. But we had Beryl, which was a huge story, right? And becoming a massive, it was the strongest hurricane in the Atlantic that early on. And then it's been pretty quiet. An area that we like to watch is kind of, it's here. It's this area out here. It's the coast of Africa. You get these waves that will basically form, all right? They come off the coast of Africa and then they will head out over open water. Now, there has to be a lot to go right. Hey, Charity. Good morning. Good to see you. There has to be a lot to happen for development. You got to have the warm ocean water. You got to, have the right environment for tropical development. And it just really hasn't been the case. You can see there's a lot of activity, but there just isn't much going on. Add to that, you need a lot of moisture in the air. And something that has been interesting to watch is what's called the Saharan dust layer. And it's exactly what it says. This is dust, sand, air that is getting pushed off the west coast of Africa from the Sahara, from the desert. And obviously, as you can imagine, the desert air obviously is extremely arid, it's dry. And so with that in the air, that also helps to suppress tropical development because you need a lot more moisture, right? You need a lot higher dew points, that kind of stuff. And so you can see that's the latest projection of that Saharan dust layer. And it's right where development would likely happen, in the Atlantic. So that's kind of limited some of that tropical development. So for at least the foreseeable future, it does not appear that there's going to be much in the way of tropical development, at least for the next week. Things can change pretty quickly, but at least for the next week, there is, just checking with the Hurricane Center. You're not seeing it, but I'm looking it up behind the scenes here. Tropical cyclone activity not expected during the next 7 days. So that Saharan dust layer really kind of doing its trick. How can Saharan dust help suppress any development? I've always wondered that. So Tiffany, basically, there's a lot of it's. Any storm needs a lot of ingredients. It's not just anything tropical, but even on a much more micro scale when it comes to thunderstorm development, tornadoes, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of ingredients that go into it. Moisture is one of those when it comes to tropical development. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, well, it's over open water. How much moisture? You have tons of moisture beneath. You have to always think that the atmosphere is stacked in layers, all right? It's moist down by the ocean, sure. But if you've got this dust layer that's flying, several thousand feet up, it's very arid air. And so even if you're getting some development at the surface that bubbles up, it really just kind of dies off as it's trying to elevate, which is what a tropical system's trying to do. It needs to elevate, just like a thunderstorm does. If you really look at it, a hurricane or a tropical storm or a depression or whatever, all it is it's just several thunderstorms all consecutively in a row that are rotating around a common center, right? So they all need to elevate in unison. Just if you have dry air, that's just going to completely kill that off. I guess like a good example, if you watch us do the weather a lot, I will mention if we've got like a good shield of rain that's coming in from Illinois and it's moving west to east, and we have a day like today, for example, where the humidity is down and the air is really dry. A lot of times that rain will fall apart as it works into our state, at least initially, especially if it's not super heavy, because that light rain will have a tough time overcoming the dry air. Now, if you've got a decent shield of rain, that every time that rain is falling and then evaporates, because that's essentially what's going to happen when it runs into dry air, it helps to kind of saturate the atmosphere a little bit, and eventually it will win out. But, you know, if you don't have a ton of moisture there, the dry air is going to win out. So it's kind of a battle. Same thing applies here, basically. Hopefully that answered your question. Hey, Mary. Good morning from Bloomington. Thanks for checking in, Mary. I appreciate you. So that's basically all I got here, gang. Facebook's been kind of weird here. Like, the reach has not been awesome. I think part of it is just the weather is beautiful. So I don't usually, or have not in the past, Facebook Live when the weather is just completely quiet. And so I'm used to, like, when there's nasty storms, I'll jump on. I get a lot of people that want to know what's going on. So when weather's not, you know, on the forefront of people's brains, then people probably don't jump on and want to talk weather. But I'll give you one last look at the 8-day before I kind of sign off here. Unless you guys have questions or anything you guys want to talk about, I'd be happy to address. I got until about 9:20 or so I can stick around for another 10 minutes if people are interested. But pretty nice weekend for the most part. I mean, it is going to be warmer Saturday. It's definitely going to be more humid on Sunday. It's going to be gross. It's going to be pretty gross. And then the humidity, I think, is going to be kind of the big story for much of next week, and the heat and the storm chances. So yeah, and starting school back up for a lot of the kiddos. I still have another week and a half on my go back. So I'll at least get a full week next week, and then Monday and Tuesday the following week. All right. Well, I think the chat's pretty quiet, so we'll call it a day. Thanks for those of you that have jumped on this week here and just been kind of wanting to try to make this a daily thing. So we're going to try to do this Monday through Friday between 8:30 and 9. I was a little bit later today, but can I ask what time you start? Mary, yes. Monday through Friday. I try to start between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. I know that's like kind of a wide range. Today I didn't get a chance to get jumping on until around 8:45. So, what's up, Todd? Thanks for checking in, man. I'm getting ready to sign off, but appreciate you jumping on. Yeah, so between 8:30 and 9 o'clock usually, Mary. So we'll do this hopefully, you know, unless there's like some, and I'll put a message in on Facebook. I think I'd have to like double check. I think there's a way that you can get notifications sent to you when I go live, and not necessarily like everything that I post, because you may not want a notification for that, but you might be able to get like notifications when I go live. But yeah. Look for Monday through Friday between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. Hopefully I'll be on. Hopefully we can get more people on here. I'd love to just make this kind of like a, you know, I'll do the forecast, but we can chat it up too. Just kind of laid back kind of thing. So, all right. All right, gang. Well, we're going to shut it down. Thanks for those of you that jumped on and reached out. I appreciate you guys. As always, I appreciate the likes and the shares. Even after the fact, it helps go a long way to kind of get the video out there and get more eyeballs and that sort of thing. So we'll get there. We'll get a good community going and chat it up, and it'll be fun. So this will be a good thing. Like I said, it's Friday. It's beautiful weather, so hopefully people don't want to look at my ugly mug and they're outside enjoying the weather. So have a great weekend. Get out and enjoy it. I will also be back on Sunday morning. I don't know if we'll do a Facebook Live. Thank you, Todd. You too, brother. I might do a Facebook Live. I don't know what time. Probably not at 8:30. We'll see. But I will be doing filling in for Ryan on TV for Sunday. So hopefully we'll see you there. All right. Peace, guys. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. If I don't talk to you Sunday, we'll do this again on Monday. Have a good one.